For this soft homemade bread recipe, I'm going to start by adding my flour, and after adding my flour, I'm going to go in with a teaspoon of salt. So after adding my salt, I'm going to mix it together so that everything is perfectly incorporated. So after this, I'm going to start prepping my wet ingredients. So the first thing I have here is my warm milk. Please make sure your milk is warm and not hot, because if your milk is hot, the yeast, you're gonna kill your yeast. So after adding my warm milk, I go in with my sugar, and then I also go in with the yeast, and then stir everything together so that once again everything is incorporated perfectly. And after mixing this, I'm not going to leave the yeast to proof. I'm just going to proceed to adding my egg into this mixture. So after adding my egg, I'm going to mix up everything again. So I'm going to set this aside. So after mixing this properly, I'm going to bring in my flour again, and then turn this wet ingredient into the flour mixture, and then I'm going to use my spatula to mix this. But if you cannot use your hand, that's why we have a bread that machine they use in making bread. If you have that machine, that is perfect. But if you don't have the machine, you have to use your hand to do all the work, and this involves a lot of muscle workouts. You guys, you are going to work out your muscle a whole lot, so just get ready, just get prepared that your muscle is going to hear way. So this spatula was not giving me what I wanted, so I had to leave the spatula and, like I said, use my hands and do the workout. So you're going to mix it so well. You're going to mix everything up together so that you guys are going to see. I'm going to show you guys what your dough is supposed to look like. So you're going to dust your work surface with flour, because this mixture is sticky. It's really sticky. You're going to add your butter. After adding your butter, the work starts. Like, this is the real work. This is where the real work of making your bread, this whole mixing process can mar or it can make your bread. You guys get the gist, right? Like I said, this whole mixing process can determine if your bread will come out really well, or to just spoil. Just know, if you don't mix it properly, your bread is going to spoil. So that's it. There's no two ways about it. I cannot come and lie to you guys. So you have to mix this dough. I mixed mine for about 10 to 15 minutes. Like, yes, that's how long you have to mix this. But if you were to use a bread mixer, it would be very easy. So after mixing, this is what my bread looks like. So I am going to use oil to oil my where I'm going to place this bread for it to rise. So here I have oiled my bowl, and I'm going to place my dough into this bowl and just allow it to rest for about 30 minutes. So 30 minutes later, my dough has risen. So I'm just going to press it down for the air bubbles to go out. I'm going to take it out of the plate, and also try to press it a little bit so that I get most of the air bubbles out of this bread. You guys, along the line, I lost a lot of clips. You guys, I lost a lot of clips. I don't even know how that happened, but I lost a whole lot of clips. But I still hope you guys understand what I'm doing. So I'm going to try to use a knife to divide this into 4 parts so that I can mold the bread, like I can mold the dough properly. So that's what I'm doing here. You guys, at this point I had already rolled out 2 doughs, but I lost everything. But I shall hope you guys understand. So here I'm trying to make this dough very easy for me to work with. I'm still going to dust my work surface and place the dough on my work surface and try to kind of mold it. Just keep mixing it and want to give it that round shape. So this thing I'm doing is I'm trying to get rid of A bubbles. I'm trying to get rid of A bubbles so that the inside of my bread is going to look very nice. So that's what I'm doing. So after doing, I'm going to roll it, try to shape it into a round shape, trying to shape it. Then like I said earlier, I did like 2 already, but I lost the footage. So I have my pan. I've already creamed my pan and I've coated it with flour so that my bread doesn't burn. So here is my pan with 2 other doughs inside. So I'm just going to place the other one into the pan and allow this to rest for about 30 minutes, additional 30 minutes. So that is how long I'm going to allow my dough to rest. You can allow it to rest for as long as 1 hour 30 minutes. So after about 30 minutes, this is what my dough looked like. So to get that brown color on your bread, that brown color that you usually see on bread, all you need is your egg yolk. Just use your egg yolk to brush on the bread, on the top of the bread. And please, if you have that silicone brush, you can use it. If you don't have a silicone brush, you can use this one. And you want to make sure to be very careful because this brush used to shed, so you want to make sure to be on the lookout for any shedding from this brush so that it doesn't enter your bread. You guys understand, right? So after doing this, I'm going to bake my bread. If you don't have an oven, you can use a pot with salt inside, or with sand, or with stones to bake. You guys, you can use that to bake. So after baking, this is what my yummy bread looks like. This bread was so good and it was big for the quantity of flour I used. It was really worth it. Like, this bread was extremely worth it. And to tell you guys the truth, I don't buy bread outside. Because I realized that the bread I buy outside, I always feel sand inside. So I stopped buying bread outside. And my husband loves me making bread at home, so we just do our bread at home. In fact, this bread, we use one night to finish this bread. That's how much we love bread in our household. So yes, you guys can make your own bread at home. It's that simple, it's that easy. It is very easy to make your own home bread. It's very easy to make your bread at home. So yeah, I was trying to show you guys how the inside looks like. It didn't burn, like it really did not burn. So I'm going to try to do ceremony with this bread so that you guys can see. So yeah, you guys, I hope you try out this recipe and let me know. Let me see the outcome of your own bread, if it's going to be like this or if it's gonna go south. But trust me, with this recipe, your homemade bread is not going to go south. It's going to come out clean and very perfect like mine. Like I said before, make sure to mix your bread properly because you don't want to see those air bubbles inside your bread. You want your bread to look like store-bought bread. So you guys, I'll see you guys in another lesson. Bye.